first things first, it is very normal to have this sort of extreme fatigue after touching inner wounds, resolving inner patterns, becoming aware of them. Very often, like Uriel described before, the subconscious simply takes over because these aspects are not yet, let's say, we haven't yet shed light on them. They're not yet embraced within our conscious, wakeful self. We will then be tempted to fall asleep because that's where we usually are when we are in touch with these patterns and wounds, is in the realm of the subconscious, and there we are mostly when we are asleep. So it is pretty normal to have this as an effect. Also, yeah, as you say, it is shaking, at least a little bit, rattling the cage of the ego, of the way that you know yourself. And this sort of shaking and rattling the cage, it is consuming a lot of energy. So yeah, this is quite normal. You can replenish your energy, sure, with food also at times. Now, I wouldn't recommend that each time that you're meeting a pattern inside and you get very tired of that, the first thing you do is to eat, because you might put another pattern on top where you become an emotional eater. So what I would always do first is, if you can, practice. Do some yoga practice, do some meditation practice, because that allows for your inner world to settle and to sort of embrace this entire process in a conscious way. So that would be ideal. If you even can do a simple restorative yoga practice, something soft that works for you, that would be ideal. If not, sleep. If you are very, very tired after poking into stuff inside of you, you might just simply need to rest a bit more than usual, and that is also very fine. Then I read here between the lines, because you say this frightening process of the ego vanishing. It can be very well supported by doing a good amount of practice on your root chakra, on the first chakra. Do grounding practices that make you feel safe, because that's basically what is happening, that there's stuff dissolving inside of you of how you have known yourself, or you find out stuff that you didn't know of yourself, and to have a good grounding, a good stability is very helpful. And then also to work on the heart center and to sort of come to realize who you are beyond these patterns. The more you learn to understand who you are when you are not some sort of story, meaning the more you center yourself into your heart, the more you awaken your soul, the more you come in touch with yourself when the mind is silent, when emotions are quiet. That is something that will give you a confidence and faith somehow in your own existence that is way beyond all of these storylines and waves of the ego. So this is definitely something that I would take into consideration: grounding and heart centering, and coming to a place where you realize who you are beyond these ebbs and flows of the ego. And in regards to your, as you say, disastrous svadhisthana chakra, it's probably not as bad as you think it is, or, well, we have a planetary disaster on that level. Practice. Any type of yoga practice, and especially sublimation, is very, very helpful. When you sublime, when you bring energy upward in your being, what happens is that, first of all, you relieve a bit of the volume in your vessel of svadhisthana. And it's like, when you, let's say you're trying to clean up a room and it's full of clutter, it's just full, you can't move in that room. First thing you would want to do is take some of the clutter out, and then you can, clean under the furniture and so forth and arrange the room. So that's what sublimation basically does. You take the energies from the lower levels and uplift them, and in that way the lower levels have a chance to sort themselves out and to balance out and so forth. So definitely do a good amount of sublimation. And once it is possible for you, practice the wonderful erotic tantric methods with your beloved. And in this way utilize this energy that you perceive at the level of svadhisthana chakra in a wonderful way that can even lead you all the way to enlightenment. So in a good tantric manner, you rather embrace and use what you have rather than feeling imprisoned or threatened by it. Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on spirituality, tantra and more.
And if you want to sign up for our online classes or for our retreats, you can see our website on the description below.